Good evening, I'm Cheryl Munn. Bristol, Tennessee firefighters are battling a house fire tonight. It's in the 500 block of Pennsylvania Avenue. It broke out around 10. Firefighters say it appears to have started in a back room and quickly spread. Flames have been shooting through the roof. Witnesses say the woman living in the home has gone to a neighbor's house. Some Sullivan County residents have been braving the cold tonight to honor loved ones. Those have been killed or injured by drunk drivers are being remembered at a candlelight vigil sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Members say it's a way to make the public think twice.
We do it at this time of the year because this is a hard time for victim families, and we feel like that this is one way we can show our support and comfort for them.
Police say they see an increase in drunk driving during the holidays. Republican Governor George Allen's dropping strong hints about his future plans. Hints he may seek Democrat Chuck Robb's U.S. Senate seat. The election will be in the year 2000. Allen's been speaking at an annual Republican event in Virginia Beach. He leaves office January 17th. The man who will move into the governor's mansion has tapped 2 Southwest Virginia residents for his transition team. Governor-elect Jim Gilmore has named 30 members, and among them, former Secretary of Public Safety and Scott County native Jerry Kilgore. He has also chosen Clyde Stacy, a partner in Rapoka Energy of Bristol. One surprise member of the team is former Democratic Governor Doug Wilder. North Carolina Congressman Richard Burr says the FDA should act more like a business. He's hoping his recently passed bill will accomplish that. It's an effort to reform the Food and Drug Administration. It speeds up the approval process for drugs.
Well, there's not a family in America that doesn't have a family member affected by chronic or terminal illness. And the Food and Drug Administration Modernization Act will affect those families, not only through the speed with which we're able to approve new drugs and devices, but in the cost of those new therapeutic treatments for chronic and terminal illness.
Burr says in the past, getting new drugs approved has taken an average of 10 years. And he says it's cost more than $350 million. This has been a day of learning for some Bristol kids. They've been learning about acting and much more at Theater Bristol. News Center 5's Kathleen Lange explains.
From mime to costumes, students of Theater Bristol's Showbiz Saturday are taking part in a crash course in the arts today.
We try to hit all the bases, but keeping in mind the fact that we're dealing primarily with young people. So I'm not going to take them into the scene shop and say, okay, today we're going to play with power tools. You don't play with power tools.
On the first Saturday of every month, kids from all over the region get a lesson in many different areas of the arts. Organizer Logan Brown says the students gain more than just a knowledge of the arts. They gain self-esteem.
It's a great way for kids to come out of their shells, to learn, because it's a pretty safe atmosphere. You're not asked to do anything that nobody else is doing. So if you feel foolish, that's okay. You can look around the room and everybody else is looking foolish too.
It's exciting, and it encourages me to make new friends, and it's fun.
Showbiz Saturday at Theater Bristol is an ongoing program. In Bristol, Tennessee, Kathleen Lange, News Center 5.
Despite the freezing temperatures, the streets of Rogersville have been packed tonight. Annual Christmas Parade. This year's Grand Marshals are television's Charlie Crook and Lori Chase. Crook is a Rogersville native. Along with the duo, bands and businesses have been taking part. They call it Kingsport's White House, and this weekend its doors are open to the public, and it's a chance to see some fabulous decorations.
We give tours each year at Christmas time. That's one of the 2 times that the house is open to the general public. The rest of the time it's usually for private parties and things of this nature.
The final day for the open house is tomorrow. Another chilly night ahead, but Mike Heidig says a warm-up is on the way. He's next with the forecast. And later, a somber Christmas ceremony as residents in Paducah, Kentucky remember Mom Day slaying victims. National and world news is next.
Closed captioning of News Center 5 programs made possible by Wolf and Farmer attorneys, handling Social Security and injury cases in the Appalachian area.
Peppery Chicken Alfredo. It's what's cooking right now at Fazoli's.
Fazoli's Real Italian, real fast.
We've just been handed a special news flash. Santa Claus has been spotted leaving the North Pole early. Ticket to Heilig Buyers' final Beat the Clock sale of the year. This Sunday, 1 to 6, Heilig Buyers does it again. Absolutely everything's on sale. From 1 till 4, 23% off everything store-wide. 4 to 5, 19% off everything store-wide. And 5 to 6, 15% off everything store-wide. There's bedrooms, living rooms, dining rooms, curios, and recliners. The earlier you get to Heilig Buyers, the more you save. This Sunday, 1 to 6, can you beat the clock?
Zale sells more diamonds than any jeweler in the country. We also sell beautiful sapphires, like this fabulous necklace, ring, or pair of earrings. Your choice, only $199. And this season, with any purchase of $99 or more, you can also get the Zales Holiday Bear with jewelry pouch for only $9.95, $1 of which is donated to the Make-A-Wish Foundation. So this holiday, give the gift that gives back. Only at Zales.
Next Sally, they live to spend.
Backpacks, a bike, makeup, 300 to 400 pairs of shoes.
She lives in the mall. And they're way out of control.
They're $30,000 in debt.
I would forge his signature to get money.
Is their marriage going broke?
I don't want to lose my children, but I don't know how to stop.
Stop spending or I'm out of here. Next Sally.
Monday morning at 10 on WCYB.
Mike's here with weather, and boy, it got cold in a hurry.
Sure did. People traded in their mountain bikes for sleds in some cases,
Really?
especially. Skiers are pretty happy, though. But I can't wait for the warming trend, which is coming soon. We'll tell you about that in just a minute. First, let's take a look at the Neighborhood Weather Network, Jefferson Elementary, where the current temperature is 26 degrees, a few degrees below freezing. And it looks like that's going to continue through the overnight hours, and actually some places like Boone, North Carolina is going to head down into maybe even the single digits, definitely in the teens up in the hills of North Carolina. But at Jefferson Elementary, their high today was 30, didn't quite break the freezing mark. Their humidity right now 74%, few gusts of winds anywhere between 0 and 5 miles per hour. But looks like a lot of the flurry activity we saw is gone for the most part. Let's take a look at the Doppler radar. And as you can see, not a whole lot to talk about. And some of the flurries that we saw are moving off to the east. And it looks like that's going to be the case. We're going to get a reprieve from a lot of this, not necessarily the cloud cover, but the moisture that was with it. Here is the system that started out above the Canadian border, and with it brought that very, very cold air that whisked into our area, changing temperatures from 50s like we saw in the middle of the week down to below freezing like you woke up this morning. Hopefully with an extra blanket on your bed. When we were on the air this morning, it was quite cool across the 5-state area. But these clouds are going to continue to move eastward and move out, and we'll get a reprieve as we head into probably late tomorrow night and into Monday. Things will change fairly favorably, to say the least. The reprieve will also be a part of this high-pressure system. It's going to leak a little bit north. These are the clouds that are associated with the big satellite picture you saw. They are going to continue to move east. We, today, and what we'll see the remnants of as we head toward the midnight hour, we're just on the tail of that system. Erie, Pennsylvania, up here, saw close to 24 inches of snow with that system in the past 24 hours, and they're expected to get 10 more as they head into tomorrow. Out on the West Coast, mixed bag for much of California and Nevada. They saw some rain and some snow. This may make its way eastward and be a player later in the week. Temperature-wise, as we head into your Sunday, 30s across the Mountain Empire, 40s to our south, 50s even in the panhandle of Florida, and Miami, as a matter of fact, is only going to be in the 60s tomorrow. Their regular high is 78. So our highs up here, just about 15 degrees below normal. We're usually around 51 degrees at this point. High temperature in the country yesterday was 71 degrees in California. The low temperature, minus 16 in Colorado. We're not going to see temperatures either side of the spectrum, but we'll give you the details when we come back.
Fellow great Americans, this is Applebee's Great American Steak Dinner. For only $9.99, you get a juicy grilled sirloin, salad, bread, and 2 side orders like baked or mashed potatoes and baked beans. So come on in for Applebee's Great American Steak Dinner. Because there's nothing like a steak that brings out the great American in you. Hello, Wade.
You belong at Applebee's.
Monday on Inside Edition, a promising young college journalist hot on a story about rape on her college campus until her murder made the headlines.
I think someone was scared that she knew too much.
Did her dedication to the story lead to her death? And this weekend, keeping the peace on the Jerry Springer Show.
Let go of me! Then you gotta relax!
Is not an easy job. Meet the men who keep the chaos under control. Inside Edition weekend.
Sunday evening at 11:35 on WCYB.
Liposuction, the #1 cosmetic procedure in our country, but also the least regulated.
He said, I don't think she's going to make it. I said, what happened? It was just liposuction.
Their wives died at the hands of doctors they trusted.
She died because the doctor was incompetent and negligent.
Hear their personal horror stories of callous treatment.
What we'll do, we'll give you a down payment back for 25 years of my life.
If you're thinking of liposuction, this is the show you must see.
We paid with my wife's life.
Next, Lisa.
Monday at 11 a.m.
You ever asked the wrong question?
Is that your natural hair color?
There's one that just drives me crazy. Do you remember me? So I try to fake it and go, oh, hi. Some things you should never say. I thought, face job, because the person wasn't moving their lips. Plus, I just think that is amazing. Our book club's in session. Can you believe so much crying over that little book? And our next author is really big. Next Oprah.
Monday at 4 on WCYB. Read up on the history of WCYB at our site on the World Wide Web.
Welcome back. A chilly night ahead, as the map says, at least 2 blankets. Look at Boone, North Carolina, 12 degrees in the overnight. Tri-Cities should be around 20. Rather brisk for this time of year. We can expect overnight lows usually to be in the 30s. It's about 10 degrees lower. Tomorrow, Tri-Cities will see 35 degrees, still just a touch above freezing, 15 degrees, still below normal. So it looks like the cold weather will continue for at least a little while. But as we head toward the middle of the week, you can see those temperatures creep back up toward the normal, which is around 50 or 51 degrees, with a little more precip on Tuesday and Wednesday. And Cheryl, at least with those warmer temperatures, it's rain instead of snow.
Terrific, thank you. A plane crash in Siberia has killed nearly 3 dozen people. That story tops our look around world headlines tonight. A Russian military cargo jet plowed into a residential neighborhood in a Siberian city today. The plane went down just after takeoff. All that's left of the plane is the jet's tail. Several apartment buildings and a Russian orphanage were damaged. Terrified children there had to be evacuated. In regional news, a somber Christmas parade in Paducah, Kentucky. A single drum beat was the only sound. This year's parade has been a tribute to the 3 young girls who died in Monday's school shooting. Many band members marched without instruments, instead carrying single white roses. The 14-year-old student who's charged in the shootings was a member of the band. So were some of the students who were shot. The girls who died were buried yesterday. A retired North Carolina judge has a novel way to help prevent teenage pregnancy. It involves education and cash. Teenage girls could win up to $5,000 if they stay in school. Betsy Sykes has more.
Heather Champion is a teen mother trying to turn her life around. She had her first child at 17, and today at 19, she's in a job training program.
I wish I hadn't got pregnant, I'd rather had not had any children.
The folks in New Hanover County don't want teens to get pregnant either. That's why they've come up with a plan to pay teenage girls up to $5,000 if they don't get pregnant.
A lot of the girls are getting pregnant because of low self-esteem. And to give them money isn't going to help the self-esteem issue.
Tammy Graham Bradley works in teen pregnancy prevention. She says while offering money is not necessarily a bad idea, money without boosting self-esteem probably won't work.
I think a woman feeling good about herself and wanting to accomplish, having goals set for herself and going out and getting it, that in itself is the biggest reward you could ever get. Money can't give you that feeling.
That's something Heather Champion is learning.
I have a 16-month-old and a 4-month-old, so it's hard. It really is.
Betsy Sykes reporting there. The new Hanover County proposal does include sex education. It also includes education goals and money management. County commissioners there will vote on the idea Monday. Here's what's ahead on News Center 5 this weekend. We will update the news from overnight and have more on that house fire in Bristol, Tennessee. And we'll take a look at the latest high-tech developments. Join Scott Fisher tomorrow morning at 7:30. Thanks so much for joining us tonight.
Stay tuned. Sean Pagano is up next with highlights tonight.
Get ready to rock. Get ready to roll, because you have an invitation to the ultimate Headbangers Ball.
Somebody's going to get there.
It's WWF Shotgun Saturday night.
Always a blast.
Rockets, provocative, anything goes.
Whoa! I couldn't believe my eyes. What a maneuver.
WWF Shotgun Saturday night.
In living color.
Saturdays at 1 a.m. only on WCYB 5.
An unstoppable army.
There's not much that can take down those metal men.
Under a beautiful woman's deadly command.
Destroy them.
And Duke must crush their reign of terror.
Very own Knight Rider in shining armor.
But can she melt his heart of steel?
It's time, Duke. Don't disappoint me.
Never.
And turn him against the team?
Duke, don't do it.
On an all-new Team Knight Rider.
Sundays at 12:05 a.m. only on WCYB.
Science has shown that we use less than 10% of our potential brain power.
Jeopardy supplies you with all of the vital information a strong, healthy mind requires.
Jeopardy stimulates all of your senses with fast-paced action, exciting categories, and the lure of spectacular prizes like exotic trips and cool cars.
Knowledge is power. Your mind is the engine, and Jeopardy is the fuel.
Use your head. Watch Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, weeknights at 7:30 on WCYB. It's time to name the 1997 WCYB High School Football Player of the Year, and we want to hear from you. Go to the sports page at the WCYB website at www.wcyb.com. Choose from the 10 Player of the Week winners. Voting on the World Wide Web will continue through December 7th, and on December 10th, we'll make the live announcement of the WCYB High School Football Player of the Year on News Center 5 at 6. Visit the WCYB website and make your decision today.
News Center 5 Sports on the Road with the UT Vols is sponsored by Bill Gatton Chevrolet Cadillac Isuzu.
2.9% factory financing.
Think of the money you'll save.
While Bill Gatton has 2.9% factory financing on 1998 Cavaliers and Luminas.
Think of the money you'll save.
Get 2.9 on Malibus, Monte Carlos, and S10 pickups.
Think of the money you'll save.
2.9% on Blazers and Trackers, too.
Think of the money you'll save.
2.9% factory financing saves you big money now at Wild Bill Gatton Chevrolet.
Follow me and Higgins to a doggone great deal.
From News Center 5 Sports, this is Highlights Tonight. Coming up on the show, it's here, the SEC Championship Showdown. We'll have the latest from Atlanta. On the Prep Gridiron, 3 local teams in state titles, and let me just tell you, the outcome is superb for all 3. And remember Gate City's Josh Shoemaker? Well, he and his new team, the Demon Deacons, in a top 25 battle. Check that out and more next on Highlights Tonight. Hello, everyone. This is Highlights Tonight, and I'm Sean Pagano. The talk of the town is what's going on in Atlanta, and you know what that is. It's the big SEC clash between Tennessee and Auburn. The winner gets an Alliance Bowl bid. The loser, well, let's just not think about the Big Orange on the losing end tonight. We can't show you any highlights. The game is still going on. 7:56 to go. That's the legal thing. We can't show you highlights, but we can tell you it is the Big Orange coming back, down pretty much the whole game, except in the first part of the game when Peyton Manning threw a long touchdown pass. He has 363 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. Tennessee leads 30-29, 7 minutes, 54 seconds. Auburn has the ball at about their own 11-yard line, 2nd and 10. If this game gets over before highlights tonight is over, I promise I'll show you some highlights. Now, should Tennessee win in Atlanta tonight, and number 2 Nebraska beat Texas A&M, then the Orange Bowl will be set. UT and the Huskers on January 2nd in Miami. The Aggies and Huskers go toe-to-toe in San Antonio, Texas. That is a ton of line, too. This one not even close at all. At the start it is kind of because it's 0-0. Then Amon Green gets in from 25 yards out, and they lead big. Later on, Green, money. 179 yards for him, 3 big scores. Nebraska wins big today, 54-15 over Texas A&M. So should Tennessee win, it'll be Nebraska and the Big Orange, most likely in the Orange Bowl. In the WAC championship, 20th ranked Colorado State battling New Mexico, and the Lobos get the early lead. Reginald Johnson scampers in from 7 yards out. It's a 10-3 New Mexico lead, and these guys are fired up. They just love the Lobos. But in the end, it's all Colorado State and a man named Kevin McDougal. Old Kevy boy with 3 TDs, 255 yards rushing. The Rams win it 41-13 to take the WAC title. So Colorado State with a statement against New Mexico. That one there in Las Vegas. One other score. This one here is a huge, huge battle. The Midshipmen knock off Army finally. 39-7. That is always a huge game at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. Well, there's no doubt about it. Carson Newman is good, and folks, they're even better at home. The Eagles have a 27-game winning streak at home. That and a national title shot is all on the line today against Northern Colorado, a team that beat Carson Newman in last year's title game. Revenge? Let's hope so for the Eagles to Jefferson City for the semifinal action. And would this be the day for the Eagles to fly high? It looks like that early. Heath Hawkins, what a name. He gets in for the score, yes, right in front of the camera. Hello, number 6. You got 6. 29-20, Carson Newman leads over Northern Colorado. But after a Bear TD, they come down and kick a field goal. Mike Schauer boots the field goal, giving Northern Colorado the lead, 30-29. Then Carson Newman, one last shot. Zach Allen's pass is picked off by Brandon Voigt, who's right man, right place, right time. Eagles fall 30-29 to Northern Colorado for the 2nd straight year, although this one not in the title game. One other score to pass along from Division II semifinals. New Haven knocks off UC Davis. So the Chargers from New Haven, Connecticut are in the title game for Division II. They will take on Northern Colorado. Well, this is the final act of the season for Gate City, the state finals, and today they'll be going to, or in this case, over Broadway. Group AA Division II state title on the line, off to Legion Field, where the Devils hope to play Gobble, 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 Gobble Monster. Of course, the Gobblers in town taking on the Devils. Why not give it to Jake Housewright? The big guy gets oh so close, number 41. Oh yeah, you know, you're really close, and then you're so good and everything. We're not gonna give it to you. We want to spread the wealth here a little bit, and we're gonna give it to Andy Smith, who gets in for the score. Gate City looking good, rolling right along. Broadway having a tough time all day on offense. The Blue Devil defense with big plays this afternoon right there. Brandon Seaver picks off the gobbler pass. That's it. So Gate City is the Group AA Division II state champs, 24-zip over Broadway.
Fins came out fired up tonight. We knew we could shut them down if we played our best, and everybody came out and we played real good, and we did just that.
State champs, how's it feel?
Oh, it's the best feeling in the world.
Oh, it sure is. Congratulations to those Blue Devils. Update. Tennessee gets the ball back, still up by 1, about 5 minutes to go in the game. All right, Powell Valley has been there before, and they're there again today. The state title is on the line in Big Stone Gap. Powhatan comes a-calling. 2 undefeated schools. Something has to give. Something has to give. Oh, the weather cold gray, a little snowy. Yes. Perfect for football. You have got to love it, folks. Powell Valley, oh, let me tell you, they're tough on both sides of the ball. The Vikings, Matt McCoy, watch what he does. Going in motion, number 44 goes out of the screen. They throw it to him. Oh, yes, makes a good play and gets very close to the 3-yard line. Then Julius Jones, the kid's done it all year for Powell Valley, dragging people into the end zone. He had 3 scores on the day, like his big brother Thomas, who now plays for the Virginia Cavaliers. And check it out, folks. The Vikings also win the state title, the final 28-7 over Powhatan. You go, Powell Valley Vikings. Hey, and kudos to Appalachia, knocking off Surrey County, the Bulldogs, Group Single A, Division I state champions. You gotta love it. Those Bulldogs are outstanding. All right, 1 second. Still, about 6 minutes to go in the game. Tennessee leads by 1. If the game gets over, we'll have highlights. All right, we're going to go to break now. When we come back, we're going to hit the hardcore. And that guy, Josh Shoemaker, and the Demon Deacons for his team, Wake Forest, playing a tough one. Scores and highlights coming up after the break.
WCYB-5, the Association of the United States Army, and WQUT are asking you to remember our servicemen and women who are serving in over 80 countries this holiday season. So while you're out shopping, pick up an extra holiday card or two, jot down a cheery message, and your return address if you like, and drop them off at your local participating Chamber of Commerce, or stop by WQUT Radio and WCYB TV5 for delivery. No postage is necessary. Help support our troops this season, and thanks for watching WCYB-5.
15 years ago, a big wheel came to town. Since then, we've put a new spin on that wheel. We've added prizes so hot, they sizzle. The producers even considered adding another vowel to the alphabet.
Hey, that was great. Can I get a deal on 1,000 of them?
Let's try out the jet skis tomorrow.
Wheel of Fortune, bigger cash and prizes. Take a spin.
Weeknights at 7 on WCYB.
Next Sally, they live to spend.
Backpacks, a bike,
Makeup, 300 to 400 pairs of shoes.
She lives in the mall.
And they're way out of control.
They're $30,000 in debt.
I would forge his signature to get money.
Is their marriage going broke?
I don't want to lose my children, but I don't know how to stop.
Stop spending or I'm out of here. Next Sally.
Monday morning at 10 on WCYB.
You never know what you might see this holiday season at Bristol Motor Speedway. 500,000 lights. Over 50 spectacular holiday displays.
One more race at Bristol than you have. Think about that. Well, Darryl, my light display still blinks faster than your display.
Bristol Motor Speedway's Fantasy and Lights continuing through January. Through Sunday evenings, $5 per car, benefiting Bristol Motor Speedway Children's Charities. Fantasy and Lights for kids of all.
It's the one place in America where people live the longest. Where is it? How do they do it? We'll take you there to find out the secret of their success. NBC Nightly News, Monday.
Well, Wake Forest lost Tim Duncan to the NBA, but not to worry. The Demon Deacons have another quality player. He's from this area. He may not be a major impact now. He's young, but just wait a few years. Who is he? Well, he's former Gate City star Josh Shoemaker. He and the Deeks on the floor with Utah, and there's the shoe right there. Clean-cut guy, looking good, playing some minutes. Top 25 battle. The Deeks, Lauren Woods sinks the jump hook. Wake up early. Second half, close. Tony Rutland nails the tri-bomb. It's a two-point game, but in the end, the running Utes, too much. Michael Doliak with the turnaround jumper. Utah wins it 62-53 over Wake Forest. North Carolina and Virginia Tech, the Hokies in for a battle. Well, they played well against South Carolina last night. Can you say, come fly with me? We're going to show it to you again. Vince Carter, you have wings. UNC wins over Tech 78-57. 78-57. All right, we're going to update you on the Tennessee-Auburn game in Atlanta. The game is SEC championship game. You know that. 30-29, I should say. 30-29. Tennessee leads Auburn. 4:47 to go. Auburn has the ball. Second and 10. 30-29. 4:47 to go. Of course, New Center 5 Sports will have more on that big game coming up for you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. 30-29, about 4:47 to go. Auburn has the ball. We're out of time. You have the ball now.